G'day, and welcome to another Chamba hour stream. So I missed yesterday's because internet issue plus, once I got internet back, I just skipped a day. So I don't know, maybe I'll make up for it in a weekend, so I can at least do like 5 during the week, kind of, what the idea was. That stuff happens from time to time, so that's just one of those times. I'm going to finish off Choze today, and depending on how long this guy takes, I'm going to start another one, but I should probably figure out which other one I want to do. I guess that one. I didn't really draw that one before. Did a version of it, so I might do that guy. Might draw that one. That one might be fun. It's silly, but it's okay. Before I get distracted by that, I'll just work on more of this. So I updated Clip Studio Paint, and I'm not used to the way it looks. So I'm just like, I updated it, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and now I'm just trying to get used to not the layout necessarily, because the layout still remained the same. It's more so there's like the dark and light theme, and how you can adjust the theme within those two parameters. It's not the same shade of gray that I was using before, so that's why it's like throwing me off, and I'm just trying to get used to that. But yeah, I'll get to it. I guess I'll eventually get used to it. It's mainly the way the specific tools look, the icons for the tools, like those. It looks different to what I'm used to, and it's basically I just gotta get used to it, really. And this guy's face, look. Is his face shaded? I don't really know. Image gallery. No, don't look at that. That's garbage. Look at that. Oh, that's right. His face had like these markings. Yeah, that's weird. I don't even know if I like this, but I gotta get used to it. So what's scheduled for work today? I think I'm inking a page, which is good. And yeah, might get a head start on some other things, but that's the priority, is to get that page inked, and I think I can get it. I think I'm gonna get it done. I mean, I've got no choice. And normally I can actually, yeah, I have to. I really have no choice, because what's the day today? It's Friday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Yeah. Yep. If to meet schedule, I have to. Woo! Next few days is gonna be busy. But that's fine. Can't let anything get in the way of those things. And so long as I can meet my own, I guess, my own standard of getting stuff done. If I can match that and not take longer on things than what I normally do. I don't know if that makes any sense. Then yeah, I should be fine. Should be. Yeah, it's Thursday today, and it feels like Friday morning. For some reason, every day has felt like a day ahead of what it actually is, which is weird. And it's felt like this for like the past few weeks. I don't get it. That looks pretty neat. Yeah, that's pretty neat. This is tricky. How much do I want to show? How much is in shade and how much is in the light? This part's always tricky. It's like if the light's hitting across that section, then what exactly is being shown? What exactly is the light hitting? What's up, War? That's really nice. Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine. Hey, welcome, Mark. Yeah, this is actually about an hour and a half ahead of normal schedule. It can happen on occasion, depending on what time I wake up and, decide to begin the day. But today I couldn't really sleep. I have a feeling that I'll most likely like take an afternoon nap or something later, but because I got about 2.5 hours maybe. And after that, I just couldn't, like, there were just too many moments where I just woke up randomly, and so I decided to get up just a little bit ago and just was like, all right, I may as well go for my morning walk then. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm not always on this time. I'm usually a little bit later. Like an hour and a half from now is when I normally begin. So, yeah. You're lucky enough to drop by one of these streams. It's a daily thing, so in case you miss it, it's on YouTube. I what is it? I archive them on YouTube. So yeah, usually on the day of, like right after I finish, I'll just upload it there. That way it's, you know, it's got access. People got access to it. But I think it's better live, I guess. I mean, there's, you know, I can actually respond to comments and whatnot, talk about what's going on, explain stuff out. I think I'd maybe do a lighter one than that. I mean, this one works for now, but I think I will do a lighter one. Yes, glow layer is separate. You can see here, it's right there. It's just I mean, if I was using Photoshop, I would apply layer, what is it? Layer effect, which there's like a glow layer effect in Photoshop, but as far as I can recall, as far as I can see, Clip Studio still doesn't have that. So I make do and I just do it manually, which actually works out quite okay because I have more control of it now. But that, you know, obviously involves creating a new layer, which I know a lot of people don't really like. They like to be economic with their layers. I have a shitload of layers, but I'm okay with that because I label every single one of them. It's something that I've just gotten used to. It makes more sense for me. I know exactly what each layer does because I know what it's, you know, based on the label. I know what it is, and they're like their own individual folders as well. Yeah, absolutely. It you know, every little step adds something to it. But you know, if you know what look you're going for, then, and it's the only way to get to it, then you kind of have no choice but to go through it. You know what I mean? And having extra layers is not really a big deal for me, anyways. I know a lot of people, like, you know, they want to reduce their layer because file size and I guess economy of space and whatnot, but I'm so used to this, and it's not a big deal for me in regards to like the what layers, like the amount of layers I have. Like if he's like, I wonder if I can actually just show it. Yeah, no. See, I don't want to show it because I can't. If I show it, I have to rearrange my whole setup here, and I don't want to do that because this actually takes quite a bit. What I'll do is I will. No, I can't really take a screen cap of it either because that's too much. Actually, what I will do is here. There you go. I got an idea. New. Here we go. Cool. All right. Copy from clipboard. There we go. These are my layers. So layer properties of, I don't even know what the fuck that level correction one is. It's all on the color. There's a glow on top, which is for like highlights, primary like white shines. Lines are separated in two because I have the mains and the details, and that's to assist me in flatting and also to get like little details in. I've got an overlay layer, which is usually for like extra highlights and secondary shadows. And this is, okay, that one's hidden, but that one's essentially the main shadow. That's like shadows, and that's where the shadows and the glows appear, and also the secondary light, like that, which is the blue that you saw before, and color flats. And then these two are like 1 and 2 are the different sketch layers that I have, and that's the 3 on the bottom. That's the background. So yeah, this is like, because you're here asking for this, I can respond to you much easier than having a comment elsewhere. And yeah, because like these streams aren't a tutorial, but I am open to obviously responding to questions and such. That's what's the point otherwise, right? So yeah, that's basically this particular file that I work on. No problem. And now in regards to like layer settings and such like that, I'd say I tell this to everyone. They want to know what the goal is, in regards to like what specific layer settings I use. And it's like, I change it all the time. I've like throughout the years, I've gone through several different, iterations of what layer settings I use to shade. Color burn on a lower opacity works well. That creates a darker depth. Multiply is one that's fairly common. Overlay is one that I use every now and then depending on what look I'm going for. So it's always going to change up. And I tell people, like, I know they want shortcuts to things, right? And I get it, because they don't want to have to spend the time to get familiarized with the actual program. But to me that's how you learn it. Like that's the best part, because you're finding your own steps in order to get the look that you're after. So I don't want to take that I don't feel like I should be the one to like take that away from you. And I know people want shortcuts to it, but I'm not going to give them those shortcuts, because they're not shortcuts at all. Like, you still have to figure out what the hell it is you're after. You know what I'm saying? And even in telling people what layer settings I have, I will always change the color of specific shadows and highlights, and like those are never the same thing. Every single piece that I have will always, most pieces, depending on, like, I think it's more consistent with it with comic books. Like when I do comic book pages, to keep consistency, I have to go with the same format for the most part. But obviously there are some panels where I can kind of go a little more crazy, because it's to emphasize specific things. Right. Oh, well, how a shadow affects something without affecting there. It's all about layering. Which layer is above which. So that highlight layer is above the shadow layer. So the shadow layer will never affect that highlight layer. So that's why like order matters as well. Like if I start shifting some of this stuff, like what the hell happened there? All I did was move something. Or there, same thing. What the hell? What is that? I moved it into the layer. I moved it into lines. That's why. See there? That's a specific look. That's actually pretty interesting. I moved the primary. Shade layer, the shade folder, above the secondary highlights and shadows. So now, before where it was above is now underneath it, and not as intense. It's actually quite interesting. I might continue coloring it this way and see how it looks in the end. But I would most likely shift it back, just because. See, this is what I was going with. It really depends on what look you're going for as well. So, and even in doing this, I will always play around with opacity. Like, to me, opacity is like a fairly big tool, because if you want things super intense, then you go for all the way. Like right now, I'm gonna. So that's at 100. Both the highlight, both the shine and the shadow is at 100. The layer settings is on overlay. So while it's on overlay, that's still 100. That's flat black 100. Now, that's not, you don't actually see that as flat black because it's set on overlay. Now, if I turn it on normal, that's what it actually looks like. So it's pure white, pure black. That's actually a good, that's a cool look in itself. But, g'day Baron, that's a cool look in itself, but it's not the look that I'm going for with the piece. Now, I could actually leave it like this in terms of the actual layer settings, and I'll continue working on it with this layer setting on, but I don't think I'm going to keep it like this because it's not really what I was going for. But it's a specific look, and I think it works for some pieces, but it's also, I have to also be thinking about what my intention was when I originally drew it. Like, if that was the goal that I was going for when I originally drew it, then it would make sense to have gone with that way. But if it's not, like, it's an interesting look. I think it looks cool, but then because it's pure black, you lose the markings. The markings are no longer popping out as much, and I don't like that. Now, if I change it to dark, it's soft works. I think soft light works quite a bit. It's a less intense overlay. So yeah, that's overlay, pure at 100 opacity. This is soft light at 100, and I think this works quite well too. Everything is just softer. Like, I might keep it at that, to be honest, because I don't have to fiddle around with the opacity at that rate. But see, if I bring it back to overlay, then I'll have to like lower the opacity just to not let it be pure. It's like, what, it's at 70 now. I can change it to 50, and if, like, 50 set on overlay looks like soft light set on 100. So there's so many like little things to play around with, and I think, like, personally, that's the fun part for me. That's what I like. I enjoy rendering more than in regards to coloring. I enjoy the rendering part because that's where that's where things take shape. That's where you're basically like sculpting the shape out, really, and playing with lights and all that type of stuff. It's where it comes to life, in a sense. Now, if I was just doing line art and the piece was just going to remain line art, I would have handled this piece completely differently. A different mentality, I guess, tackling it, really. It really depends on what I'm going for, or like how it's gonna be approached. Like, if I knew someone else was gonna color this piece in the end, not me, then I would have handled the lines differently. Like, do I dictate how I want them to color it by applying like spot blacks, like as in comics, or like cross hatching, or do I want them to be more free by leaving it open lined? So it really depends what you're going for and how much control you want of it, you know. So it's, I don't know, it's all fun. Like, that's, to me, that's the fun stuff. Alright, how long have I got? Okay, just about 23 minutes into this. I may, yeah, there is a chance that I will finish this piece in this stream, and I will begin maybe at least. See, the thing is, depending on how far I've got this done within this hour stream, I may either begin the next one or stop this stream early, and that way I can begin a new character in the next stream. Because sometimes it's weird, like when I have those videos where I've started a new character and there's only like 5 minutes of that stream left, and it's kind of weird because it's like, if people want to see the beginning of that drawing, they have to watch like only the last 5 minutes of the last one in order to see it. It's kind of garbage. And whereas I can technically just have a link on the next piece, on say the next video upload with a timestamp, it's just, at that point, like once I upload, the point of like doing these is to just upload and just let that be, it kind of live on its own. I don't want to do more work than I have to. Like, these are just for the sake of doing these. These are warm-ups. I'm warming up for my work in the day. And I could be spent, like, that time that I'm finding the timestamp and uploading it and then like editing those videos, I could actually be working, which I should and prefer to be doing, to be honest. So that's why I like, yeah, it depends how much time I have left after I finish this. I may begin the next. There's a chance of it. If I can get this done within the next 15 minutes, I will begin the next character. But if I can't, then I will end this stream. I will finish this piece and then end it, you know, earlier than the hour that I've allotted myself. So we'll see. I think like doing those bits and pieces of explanation kind of took some time, which is, it's fine. That's not a problem. Yeah, this guy looks cool. He's such a cool design. It was a good fight too. It's a shame the anime didn't do a good job at depicting that battle. It's a shame. Maybe I'll make that more intense, like 7. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that works. That works more. What video will I play in the background while I work? Maybe I'll have to find something. Alright, how much have I got left? That's 28. Okay, I can maybe. I can maybe finish this on the good time. I don't think the birds appeared today. Maybe it's too early. I thought I heard him earlier this morning. But he's not on right now, which is pretty interesting. Okay, doing okay. I'm only half hour in, and I'd say I'm almost, maybe like 80, 89%. Okay, that's looking neat. What is that? How did I achieve that? Oh, okay, that was the under. I guess I could have used that earlier. They have like shines on his. Oh, may as well. Maybe I'll add a secondary one. We'll see what that does. It's like lower. Oops. Let me give this a shot. I really shouldn't, because that's just adding more work to this. I could literally just begin the next character. Yeah, nah, screw it. That's too much. I can't be fucked. What I'll do instead is I'll just brush in a bit more shit. Yeah. I don't need to take these too far, but sometimes I lose, I just get lost in the piece and I'm like, yeah, here's more, here's more. Whereas I'm like, mate, you should just kind of like tone down a little bit. You know, these are just for fun. You're not really doing anything with these. I might like just compile them all when they're done, or like when I get to a certain number and just like with the Brocktober stuff, just make it available as like a set or some shit on Gumroad or something. looks pretty cool. I think it looks pretty cool. Alright, little finishing touches. Alright, 14 minutes. I guess that's fine. Wait, 14? No, I got about 24 minutes. Okay, I'll begin the next guy. I did a lot better time than I had anticipated. And that's a good thing. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to wait, what did I do there? I'm going to like apply like a blur of some kind, but I don't want it to affect this hand up close. G'day, Manuel. I am almost wrapping this fella up. Sure, that's not a lie. To ignore that, what I'm doing is actually no. Yeah, let's add a bit more. Okay, let's see how this looks. Let's do this. Yeah, that's subtle enough, I guess. Maybe 30. Yeah, it's fine. All right, thank you. This is I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks all right. Let's add something though. Let us actually add like a there we go. Feed. Let's add an actual fade. Because the hands kind of get lost. I don't want it to get lost, but it kind of is, just a little bit. Sure, I'm gonna fix that just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do. Okay, let me tag this. Tag. Oops. I'll do it here. There we go. Cool beans. That's Choze done. Alright, let's new file. Alright. I'm gonna begin the next one because there's about 20 minutes left, and that's a good enough time. I'm gonna do that character instead. Yeah, I may as well. I mean, there is, you know, there's enough reference. Shit, I hate that does that. It's just... Get myself again. Don't expect much from this one, because I'm not expecting much from it. Why do I stick it like that? Like 2, okay. Color that one over there. Okay, I'll do 50. Sure, 50/50 is fine. Okay, coming up with the... How do I show his scale? But then if I show that, it's not gonna... Right now, what does that look like? Can you even tell? I can't even tell. I'm just trying to work out what pose I want to do for this. Like, do I want to do like an action pose, or do I just want to do kind of a generic static? It's good to have like I've got like the what is it? 1,000 Toys? Is this 1,000 Toys or is it Sentinel? I think it's 1,000 Toys Synthetic Human. I use stuff like this when I have a difficult time, or just to like allow ideas to pop into my head. Like, oh no, he's missing a hand. It's here somewhere. Just to like figure out what pose I want to do. It's just to basically implant the idea into my head, and from there I'll just the ball will get rolling. But right now it's like, what is it that I want to depict? I guess this works. Something like this maybe. Yeah, that works. All right, cool. I think I got it. Kind of. Cape, you say? Nah. Then there's like distort. And then there's further building up on that. This guy even up here. Alright, Choze, I can close you now. You're done. Done. I don't think there was any real mysterious being that had... Oh no, there was, my bad. That Deep Sea King had a cape, but I already drew him, so, and I'm not really I don't plan on repeating characters. This one kind of sucks because you don't really see his face, but it's up here. I kind of wanted to do like this in the angle just to show his size. It's the giant, by the way. It's the it's Marugori, the titan. Well, that Titan, you know, the one that's based on the Titan. So it's like I wanted to show the scale, but it sucks because I don't get a chance to show any buildings unless I really want to push it further. But I don't want to do that because then like his head will turn even smaller. You know, I don't want that. Yeah. The guy who took out his own brother on accident. That's a good one. See, that one's way more detailed. Do I go with that one? I don't know. What about 13 minutes? I'll most likely get the base sketch done by the end of this stream, which is fine. I think it's that's enough. That's enough. Let's line the opacity on that one. Let's see if I can. Is there a way I can enlarge that? No. Wow, that's garbage. Okay, it's a little bit better, but. Click on. All right, here we go. It's neat. Yeah. What a weird design. And how does his mouth look? Yeah, it's like I'm kind of just like mixing and matching different references. Yeah, see, this is completely different because his chest section ended up super different. All right, I'm not gonna go with that one then. I guess I'll mix up the anime one and that one. He has this thing in his chest and these pipes that spread across there. Then his neck. And then let's lower this. I'll just. Nope, not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. he's a big guy. So I'll be inking this next stream, because I don't think I'll be inking this in this stream. I've got about 9 minutes left. So what I'll do is I'll most likely end this stream early, depending on a few minutes early, depending on how much of this baseline I'll get done, this loose sketch. And yeah, tomorrow's session I will ink it, then maybe start coloring, or at least flatting. Yes. Yeah, I think I picked the right angle for this one. I think it highlights his mass. Okay. So if you missed a lot of the early part of this video, I will archive this onto YouTube, and it should be up within like the next 20 or so minutes after the end of the stream, that is. I originally uploaded the YouTube versions like a day or so later, but I made it catch up to it during the weekend, so that it's basically just uploaded right after. Maybe I'll watch One Punch Man Season 1. Have that in the background. I may do that. No, let's push that even further. Have that come up real close to us. Nice. I don't know. We'll see what I feel like when I finish this. Alright, so I'll save the file because what's this guy's name again? What's the date today? The 7th. Ugh. The 7th, and his name is Marugori. Okay, save. Okay. I think I'm going to end the stream now. So yeah, thanks for joining. Provided everything goes okay again tomorrow, I will as in like the internet's, you know, up and running and whatnot again, I will be back on most likely regular schedule depending on what time I wake up and all that jazz. But either way, if you're following, then you'll most likely get like an email notification about when I'm on. So if you get that, or if you get buzzed on like the Twitch app or something, then I'll be on. Either way. But either way, it's going to be on YouTube after the fact. So cheers for joining. Yeah, cheers for joining.